Hi everyone, welcome to YogiFi. And today's Teacher Connect, we are going to look at one specific program which is called Manage Weight. And I'll take you through all the asanas in the program, help you with any modifications, and also some of the asanas might be a little challenging for some of you. So we'll give you some step-by-step instructions to get into the posture. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat or I'll take any questions post the session. All right, so let's get started. We'll just start with a quick warm up. And the idea is that you do the session, practice with me, understand the asanas, understand the main alignments and the modifications. And maybe you can go back and try to practice the session regularly. Once you've practiced regularly, we can also do a catch up post say 2 weeks so that we can see your progress. We can also understand feedback. If you find that some asanas are challenging, I'll help you out further and we can try to progress and achieve those asanas. Right? So we'll start with a warm up. We'll work on warming up the whole body with a Sukshma Vyayama practice or joint movements. So start by placing your palms on the hips and we start with the right foot. So extending the right foot forward. Try to balance on the left foot and rotate. For 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Same foot, opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Good. Slowly release the right foot. Now switch to the other leg. Again 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite, try to balance. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release. Now we work on the knees. Just bend your knees. We spend a lot of time sitting the whole day. So this will help just to release any tension from the quads, hamstrings, as well as help you protect the knee. So keeping the knees bent, rotate forward and back. Again 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Slowly release. Now we move to the hips, keeping your feet hip width apart. Place your palms on the hips and try to move your hips forward and back. Inhale as you move forward and exhale back. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Come back. Continue to keep the feet firm. We work on the shoulders. Palms on the shoulders. Inhale up and exhale. Open the chest. Try to bring your elbows together. 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Good. Hope all of you are with me. Let's do 5 more counts. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Exhale, release the palms. Now moving to the neck. Again, use your breath. Inhale and look up. Moving your right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale down, chin to the chest and left. Inhaling up, right, down, left. We'll do 3 more counts. Inhale, right, down, left. 2, inhale, right, down and left. Last count, up, right, down and left. Good. Come back to center. Now let's do the opposite direction. Inhale and look up, left, down and right. 4 more counts, up, left, down, right. 3, up, left, down, right. 2, up, left, down, right. And the last one, up, left, down and right. Now I know now most of us spend a lot of time in front of screens, which tends to put a lot of strain on the neck as well as the shoulders. So try to practice these neck rotations, and when you do the programs, try not to skip the warm-up, because the warm-up will really help open up the body for the practice. Right? Now let's move to the main practice. Like I said, we'll be practicing manage weight. So the first part of the program is going to be the energy booster sequence or the Surya Namaskara sequence. We'll be following the traditional Surya Namaskara, and I'll give you modifications whenever required. So start by coming to the top of the mat in Tadasana, trying to keep your complete body engaged. So start by working on the knees, engage the knees, the thighs, the glutes, try to engage the abdomen. Move the shoulders back, chest moving forward, and keep the arms by the side of the body. Look forward. Just notice your breathing, tune into the breath. Throughout the practice, even when you practice on your own with the YogiFi mat, just try to focus on your breathing. And try to focus on the breath counts. Anytime you hear an inhale and exhale, try to sync your breath with those movements. Now gently bring your palms to the chest in prayer pose or Pranayama. Inhaling, extend your arms up and try to arch. Keep your feet firm on the mat and move your hips forward, chest forward, and extend the arms up. So the arms are in line with the ears, and if you're comfortable, look up. Keep moving your hips forward and arching back. Now, as you exhale, lengthen the spine. Keep trying to lengthen instead of rounding the back. Keep finding some length as you bend forward. And focus on moving your abdomen closer to the thighs. If you're comfortable, you can keep your fingertips down. Now, I know some of you do struggle with this pose. So, if you're not able to place your complete palm down, first work on placing your fingertips. Although it might not track it initially, just keep practicing. And slowly, as you practice, you'll be able to move your palms closer. And also focus on this part, bringing the abdomen closer to the thighs rather than rounding like this. Focus on extending and keep moving the abdomen closer, and then slowly move your forehead towards the shoulder. Again, it's okay if you don't get it right away. Just keep practicing, especially the energy booster sequence. As you keep practicing, slowly your forward bends will get better. Now inhale, move your right leg back, long step back, check that the right foot is in line with the left, and also check your left leg. So if you move your knees forward too much, it tends to put a lot of pressure on the knee. So just check that your left knee and ankle is aligned, and the right knee and ankle aligned. Just look forward. Focus on moving your hips down. So if your position is like this, check that your right thighs are moving down closer to the ground and look forward. This is great to work on opening the hips, equestrian pose or Ashwasanchalasana. Now try to place your palms firm. The next asana works on the core. Try to tuck the back toe, knee off, and move your left leg back as well. To plank pose or Dandasana. Here it's very important to keep your core engaged so that there's less weight on your wrists. And try to press your fingertips down as well. You can round the back slightly, trying to keep your feet together. And those of you who've been practicing for some time, try to come onto the toes and breathe here. Now exhaling, move your knees down and try to move your chest and chin down into 8 limbs pose or Ashtanga Namaskara. So see if you can move your knees down and slowly moving your chest and chin down. Now some of you I've seen struggle with this as well. So what you can do here is lie down completely. Place your palms by the side of the chest. Tuck your toes and try to move your knees forward. So you automatically get into the same posture. As it might be difficult for you to move down this way, just lie down flat and move your knees up if that's more comfortable. Breathing here. Now inhaling, keep your palms firm and try to slide forward. Trying to keep your hips down. See if you can keep your heels together in Bhujangasana. Again, palms by the side of the chest and lift up. Check that your elbows are not splaying out to the sides. Try to keep your elbows close to the body, chest completely lifted, and if you're comfortable, look up. Cobra pose. Now tuck the toes and try to move your hips up. Into Parvatasana, mountain pose. So some of you might be already familiar with Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. The alignments are a little different there where you keep your feet apart. So for Adho Mukha, the feet are kept hip width apart. But here for Parvatasana, we are keeping the feet together, distributing weight equally. And those of you who have the flexibility, keep trying to move your heels down, closer to the mat, pressing into the palms, pressing into the fingertips, and try to move the shoulders as well. Head in, breathing here. And some of you may be here. It's difficult for you to straighten the legs. That could be because of some stiffness in the hamstrings and quads. Again, just keep practicing this sequence. Eventually, you'll be able to move your heels down. You can also practice to move your heels up and down. This makes the pose a little easier. And over time, you'll be able to move your heels down. Breathe. Now inhale. Again, we repeat the sequence. Place your right foot forward, left knee down, left toes relax. Focus on moving your hips down, placing the palms. Again, check that the right knee and ankle here is in one line, so that you're not putting too much pressure on the right knee. Move the hips down, look forward. Into equestrian or Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Now exhale, tuck the back toe and the other foot forward. Again, we move into Padahastasana, focusing on the forward bend. The same idea that I mentioned, work on lengthening and see if you can place your fingertips down. Eventually, see if you can place your palms down and forehead moving closer to the shin. Now inhaling, come back up, extend your arms up and arch back. Raised arms pose, keep lengthening and move from the hips, open the chest. If you're comfortable, look up. Exhaling, bring your palms to the chest in Pranayama and gently release the arms to the sides in Tadasana. Just spend a few breaths here. Spend some time focusing on every inhale and exhale. Okay. So now we are done with the Surya Namaskara sequence. We did one round. If you'd like to do more rounds of Surya Namaskara, you can check the Energy Booster program where you can try and do 3 rounds. And very soon we'll also be launching some programs where you can practice multiple rounds of the Surya Namaskar, which will really benefit the body, help you build a lot of flexibility and strength. So now we move to the Asana sequence. We'll be starting with a balancing posture known as Garudasana or Eagle Pose. So I'm going to break down the posture here. We'll first focus on the lower body, try to balance, and then see how we can work on the hands. Alright. Very important in all balancing postures is to focus on we call it drishti, focus on one point. Okay. So I'll show it to you from the side so that you'll be able to see better. We start with the right leg. So bending both the knees slightly, just place your palms on the hips and see if you can extend your right leg forward and twist the right leg around the left. So this is the first position. If you can't twist it all the way, just try to bend, and eventually with practice, you can try to move, rotate the toes as well around the left leg and look forward. See if you're stable here, see if you can balance here. And if you're comfortable, then we'll try the hands as well. So moving your elbows out to the sides. Try to see if you can bring your right elbow over the left. Interlock, round your back and look forward. Stay here in this balancing posture for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly come out. Release the arms and gently release the leg. So I hope you got that on the right side. Now we'll try the same posture on the other side. So starting on the left side, again keeping your feet together. Try to bend, move your hips back, and this time left leg forward. See if you can continue to focus on one point, moving the leg around. Then we do the arms, bringing the left elbow over the right. Interlock, trying to sit low and breathe here. For 5 counts. 5, 4. Try to distribute weight on the standing foot. 3. The toes, the heels. 2 and 1. Gently release the arms and release the legs. Great. Now we'll be moving to the next asana. We'll be practicing Parivritta Trikonasana or twisted triangle pose. Now some of you might be familiar with Trikonasana. We've practiced it in some of the other programs. Here we work on twisted triangle because this works on massaging this abdominal region, which will really help you improve digestion. So that in turn will help you manage weight. Also works on the core beautifully. So we'll start with Trikonasana. So for this posture, you keep your feet almost in between a medium and wide stance. Okay? And turn your right foot to the right side. Left foot slightly in. And this is where you check that your weight is distributed on both feet, equally distributing the weight. Now inhale, extend your arms up at shoulder level. So this also helps to activate the shoulders and the whole arms. Inhaling here. As you exhale, try to twist and see if you can place your left palm outside the right foot and extend your right arm up. Again, this demands a little bit of flexibility. So if you're not comfortable placing your palm completely, to start off, you can just hold your leg. So holding the right leg and extending the right arm up. And to release, you come back up. So choose whichever variation is comfortable. Although with the mat, you have to try and place your palm down. Only then it will give you the correct the green light and breathe. 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very gently inhale and come back up. And now we'll do the other side. Turning the left foot, right foot in. Check that your hips are facing forward. And when you practice, see that your legs are engaged. Try to straighten your legs. Inhale again, extending the arms at shoulder level, activating the shoulders. Now getting ready for the twist. Twist and see if you can place your right palm this time outside the left foot. Again, if you're still getting there, you can hold the calf muscles and extend your left arm up. Breathing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale very slowly. Come back up. And exhale. Bring your feet together. Okay. I hope all of you were able to practice these two postures. Now we'll be moving to the next standing posture, which is Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. So this pose is very good to build strength, like the name itself suggests. So be strong as a warrior, and it also helps to engage the legs. So let's try this posture. We'll be starting this pose from Adho Mukha or downward facing dog. So if you're standing, just move your legs back. Place your palms shoulder distance apart and the feet are hip distance apart. Work on lengthening the spine. Now turn your left foot out slightly. See if you can bring your right foot forward in between the palms. Check again, check the alignment here. Check that your right knee and ankle is in one line and the left leg is straight. Press your left foot down on the mat. You're trying to distribute weight. We tend to put a lot of weight on the front foot. This time, try to consciously focus on the back foot. And inhaling, come up. Your hips are facing forward. Bend into the front leg and extend the arms up. Breathe here. Stay here like a strong warrior for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the palms down and move your right leg back. Now we'll do the same posture, Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1 on the left side. So inhaling, bring your left foot forward, turn your right foot out, bend into the left leg, check that the hips are facing forward and extend your arms up. Stay strong on the legs and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the palms and move your legs back to downward dog. Just spending a few moments here in downward dog. Now let's move to the next posture. The next posture will be 4-limbed staff pose or Chaturanga Dandasana. Again, this is a slightly challenging posture. It requires a lot of shoulder strength and core strength. So you can practice the Energy Booster 2 program where we practice the Ashtanga Surya Namaskar A to get used to this posture and also build that strength and flexibility. Not so much flexibility here. The complete focus is on strength, but you will require some amount of shoulder mobility to be able to get into the posture. So let's try. We start from plank pose, which I think most of you are already familiar with. Just moving your legs back here. Just a small variation to plank. You try and keep your feet hip width apart. Okay. And then I'll just show you the complete posture first, where you bend your elbows and move down, keeping your chest a few inches off the mat. Your whole body is engaged here. Now, if this is not comfortable, to start off, what you can do is take knee support. So keep your knees down, and similar to what we did in the Surya Namaskar with 8 limbs pose, You move forward and just try to bend down, but keep your chest off the mat and stay here. Once you start feeling comfortable, you can lift your knees off. So let's try it together. Bring in all your strength, and like I said, work on engaging the core. So when I say core, it's not just the abdominal muscles, you're also trying to engage the obliques as well as the back muscles, this whole region, trying to keep it completely engaged. Starting in plank, keeping your feet hip width apart. Inhale, exhale, slowly lower down to Chaturanga. Stay here for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your knees down and come back. Now moving into Malasana or Garland pose. You can come up to standing also and move into the posture. This is a beautiful posture which works on hip mobility. So keeping your feet hip width apart, toes are turned out to the sides, bend your knees and try to move your hips back. So again, be very careful here. Instead of moving your knees forward, try to move your hips back. Okay? Keep moving your hips back and see if you can sit down. When you sit down, just to open the chest out further, you can use your elbows to move the knees out and place your palms in front of the chest. Breathe here. Some of you who've tried the vision programs, you might be familiar with this posture. And I hope many of you got it right. Just try to move the hips down further, but don't reach all the way down to the mat. Keeping your hips slightly up, chest forward, and breathe. 4. This is also a nice position to sit in when you're working. If you spend too much time in a chair, you can just take your laptop and see. I don't know how comfortable you'll be, but as you practice, you'll slowly get more and more comfort. 3 more counts. 3, 2, focus on lengthening the spine, chest lifted, and 1. Now we'll move to the balancing posture. We'll be practicing Kakasana or crow pose, which is an arm balance. It's one of the most foundational arm balances. So once you're able to do Kakasana, then you'll be able to do most of the other arm balances just with a little practice. So try and get strong in Kakasana, try to stay in crow pose for a longer time. So it'll also help you with arm strength. So start by placing your palms down. Very important in arm balances is to spread your fingers out. So you're not doing this, but your fingers are spread out. You're pressing the mounds of your hand. So this part is firm on the mat and your fingertips are firm on the mat. When you use the YogiFi mat, it will also tell you when you're putting more pressure on one palm or if your weight is not distributed onto the mat. So that's the most important aspect in arm balance, is to press into the mat because that's what will give you the strength. And another aspect is to focus on the core. We have done a lot of asanas today in this sequence that focuses on the core. So just try to incorporate those principles when you practice this asana as well. So I'll just show it to you first. Again, it looks challenging, but it's all about technique. If you can understand the technique, understand the alignment, slowly the posture will get easier. So you're pressing into the palm, and again, in the beginning I spoke about drishti, where you focus on one point. Again, that's important here. So just try to move your hips up and focus completely on one point. Staying on the toes and slowly see if you can bring one foot off. Only if you're comfortable, try to bring the other foot off and stay there. And those of you who are struggling to come up completely, just practice with one foot. So you're distributing your weight forward and practice with one foot off. Stay for 5 and then practice with the other foot off. And eventually you'll be able to get it right. So let's try and stay for 5 counts. Shifting your weight forward, pressing into the palms. Again, it's completely okay if you don't get the posture right away. Just keep practicing. And the idea of giving you corrections is also to keep you motivated so that you know how you can change your practice, change the alignments a little bit to ultimately achieve the posture. So let's stay here for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and slowly release. Release the legs. Legs extended forward. Just take some time to shake your legs and relax. And now the last posture in this sequence, we'll be working on Navasana or boat pose. So all the postures that we did today complement each other beautifully. When you practice one asana, you work on building a certain part of the body which will help you in the next asana. So that's how Amar and we've both curated this sequence called Manage Weight. That's how we worked on curating the sequence. So that one asana, as you practice one asana, it will lead you to progress to the next asana. So now we are going to the last asana, which is boat pose. It's one of my favorite postures because it really works on the core. Here we are working on solely isolating the core and working on the core to build a lot of strength. So for this posture, again, I'll give you modifications. The first is to keep your legs bent and place your palms down. You can also place your fingertips down and shift your weight back slightly. Keep your chest lifted and see if you can lift your foot off, both feet off. Now if it's comfortable here, you can try to bring it up and just stay here. So this is a modification. Only if you're comfortable, you can straighten the legs and extend the arms out. Right? So let's try it together. Choose your variation. If you're comfortable halfway, then stay here and just extend the arms forward. If you're still comfortable, then work on extending the legs. So the Parivrita Trikonasana that we did initially will really help you get that extension in the legs and arms out. Breathe. 5 counts. 5. Keep the core engaged. 4, 3, 2. Focus on your breathing. And 1. Exhale and slowly release. So this brings us to the end of the sequence. We'll spend some time just relaxing, just doing a few twists and also focusing on a short meditation. On the app as well, when you do programs, try not to skip the cool down because this will help you just to relax further, release any strain in the body, release any tension. So it's very good that you do the cool down post the practice, and also I would highly recommend that you do at least one meditation every day. That really works on the mind. So let's start with the cool down practice. For the cool down, lie down on your mat and bend your knees. We'll just focus on a deep twist, Jatara Parivartanasana, interlocking the fingers behind your head and elbows out to the sides. Inhale, and as you exhale, move both your knees towards the right. Try to move your knees close to the right elbow and look towards the left side. Just staying in this twist, breathing. Stay here for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now inhale, come back to center and move both your knees towards the left side, trying to look towards the right. Staying here for 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, come back to center And exhale, just release your legs in Shavasana, keeping your feet apart, arms are apart, your fingers naturally curled, and keep your eyes closed. Just take a few moments to focus on the breath. If you notice that your breathing has become faster, try to slowly bring your breath back to normal. And also work on relaxing the body. Trying to relax the body from your toes all the way up to the top of your head. Now, as you bring your awareness back to the body, slowly move your feet together, arms on top of your head, and interlock the fingers. Trying to stretch your arms, stretch your legs, giving yourself a nice, good stretch. Exhale and release. Bend both legs at the knee, turning towards the right side. Support yourself using the left palm and come up and sit up. Sitting in a comfortable cross-leg position, the spine lengthened. You can just focus on your breathing. And we'll end the class with a short pranayama practice. We'll be doing the alternate nostril breathing practice. This is very good to relieve anxiety, any stress in the body as well as the mind. It also helps to balance the body because we work on both sides of the body. In yoga, we have two different nadis, the Ida and the Pingala. So this practice helps to really balance out both the sides of the body. So we'll start the practice. Place your left palm in Chin Mudra, resting on the knees. And the right palm is in Nasika Mudra. The right index finger as well as the middle finger bent. Now keeping your right thumb on the right nostril. Try to exhale out completely through the left. Inhale deeply through the left. Close both the nostrils. And exhale out through the right. Inhaling through the right. Close and exhale through the left. Do a few more rounds. Inhale through the left. Close as you exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close and exhale through the left. Inhale deeply through the left. Close and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close as you exhale completely through the left. Gently release the palm. Just continue to focus on the breath. Noticing every inhale, being aware of every exhale. Now bringing your palms to the chest. You can rub your palms just to generate heat. And bring your palms to the eyes, relax the eyes. Gently opening your eyes, looking at the palms. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you all for joining in and practicing this Manage Weight program with me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us an email and we'll try and answer all your questions. And like I said, some of the postures that we took up today are a little challenging. Just keep practicing them regularly so that your body also builds the strength and flexibility for these postures. Also, you can check the app for progress. So anytime you practice the program, it tells you how you've progressed from the next session. So try to check those updates regularly and stay safe, keep practicing. Thank you. Namaste.